everyone, my name is Sweeksha Mehta and I'm a member of Club Phoenix, and today we're going to be trying the Skittles water experiment, so let's get started. This is the perfect after Halloween experiment because you probably have a lot of candy lying around your house. For this experiment, you're going to need a paper plate. It can be big or small depending on how many Skittles you want to use, some Skittles, and a glass of warm water. The first step is to organize the Skittles around the edge of the plate. This is what it should look like in the end. The next step is to add in the 1/4 cup of warm water. You might need to use more or less water depending on the size of your plate, but make sure not to use too much water. This is the fun part. Make sure to pay close attention to what happens. This is what it looked like after. Here's a side-by-side view of what the Skittle looked like after the experiment and what it looked like before. Skittles are coated in food coloring and sugar, so when you pour the warm water over them, it dissolves and spreads through the water. This is a great example of two scientific processes, diffusion and dissolution. Diffusion is when molecules spread in a random motion from region to region, like the colors of the Skittles, and dissolution is when things dissolve, like how the food coloring in the Skittles dissolved in the water.
Today we'll be looking at our own fingerprints. This experiment is super easy and doesn't take much time, but it allows you to see the different lines and ridges of your fingers. All you need is some flour, some clear tape, and if you don't have flour, a few alternatives are baby powder and powdered sugar. First, take a little bit of flour and pour it into a tiny bowl or plate. Remember, we only need a little bit. Then carefully stick one of your fingers into the flour. Make sure to get a good amount of flour on your finger, but not too much that it looks like a white blob. Now rip out a piece of tape and gently place your finger onto the sticky side of the tape. Press the tape to your finger for about 10 seconds to make sure the fingerprint properly imprints onto the tape. You should be able to see the outline of your fingerprint on the tape. If you don't think that it'll show up very well, you can wrap it around your finger. The flour should emphasize the lines on your finger, making them seen on the tape. If you think that the fingerprint really stuck to the tape, you can take it off your finger. Try holding it up to the light to see it better. You can even put the tape on black paper if you really want the fingerprint to last longer. Remember, it may take a few tries to get the fingerprint to really stick to the tape, but it's super cool to look at once it does. Let's learn a little bit about fingerprints. The study of fingerprints is called dactyloscopy. It is used by detectives, the FBI, and other people that are trying to solve crimes. It can also be used by people in the medical field to determine who a patient is. Another cool thing is that just like a snowflake, each fingerprint is unique. So no two people have the same fingerprint, even if they are related. So even twins don't have the same fingerprints. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the experiment. See you guys next time.